Today we're going to be taking a look at what I feel is the meta version of Mewtwo in Pokemon Pocket trading card game, and it's very simple to play. It's not very easy to acquire at all because you do need Mewtwo EX cards, and I myself had a hard time collecting the two Gardevoirs. They're not too expensive to craft at 150 pack points, but they are very rare for me to pull. I just wasn't getting them for the longest time, so it wasn't until most recently that I was able to give this deck a try, despite somehow pulling into 3 Mewtwo EXs. I don't know how it is, but it is what it is. Now, the deck is played out by evolving Ralts into Kirlia into Gardevoir. So we want to ramp that out as quick as possible. It's a 3-step process and it takes a lot of time, but once we get to Gardevoir, we get the Psy Shadow ability. And so once during your turn, you may take an energy from your energy zone and attach it to the psychic Pokemon in the active spot. So obviously that's going to be going for our buddy Mewtwo here, which has an insane at 4 cost Psy Drive and 150 damage. If we have Giovanni, we can increase that. It's just going to wipe out most Pokemon in one blow. So what I like to do is try to get Mewtwo in the attack position early and just pat him as we get natural energy while working on the evolution in the background if possible. So we hope for the Ralts, we hope for the Kirlia, we hope for the Gardevoir, of course. We don't always get them, but at least if the Mewtwo's in front, we can start giving it energy so that when we do hit for 2, we can get Psychic Sphere started and maybe even wipe out something of theirs at the beginning, you know what I mean? And just kind of work it off that way. And if it does take damage before we can really get towards the Psy Drive, we can go and we can take a potion. I have 2 potions in the deck which really help. Also, it is retreat cost 2. I don't necessarily want to spend the energy we've accrued to retreat. So what we can often do is if we get our second Mewtwo on the back row and our first one takes a beating, but it has 2 or 3 energy, we can just take 2x speeds because these reduce the retreat cost by 1 for each one played. You could play 2 in 1 turn. So we bring it back to the bench, we bring up one of the other Mewtwo's, and then we have a fresh start. So that's kind of something that I look at. Then if that one dies, then we immediately sub in the other one to finish the game, hopefully. So there's sort of that idea. Obviously, we have a lot of cards we need to pull into at certain times, so I have a lot of tutors in the deck. We have Pokeball, which is going to be pulling 1 random basic Pokemon from your deck. That's only a 1 draw, but I do have 2 of the Professor's Research, which I think is going to be one of those things you put in every deck right now. Draw 2 cards. So we're funneling out 4 cards here, 1 and 2, 6 cards total, 20 cards in the deck. So we're seeing most of the deck by the end of the game. It's just about when we see it. That's the big thing. It's a lot of draw dependency early on to get this thing rolling the way that it's supposed to, but it is what it is. If Mewtwo's Psy Drive is 50, but we need to get something that's, I keep saying Psy Drive, but I'm actually referring to Psychic Sphere. If it's 50, but we need to kill 60, for example, that's when we take a Giovanni, which is going to add 10 damage to the Pokemon for the turn. So that's going to help us get removal of something before they can get their evolution progress started. And use these when you need them. Don't just use them if you have them. I think it's one of those things that it's a great tool, but it's not always a requirement to play it if you have it in your hand. Now, Sabrina, I'm considering putting a second one of these in. I think she's one of the best cards in the game because you could switch out your active Pokemon on the other side, right? So if they have something that's a threat towards you, whether it's a darkness type that's strong into Psychic, or it's just something that's ready to go, we can just push that back, take something weaker up. Or if we damage their EX and they have that retreated to the bench and they're hiding behind something else, we can switch it right back and finish the job. So I have Sabrina there. So I like Sabrina quite a bit. Another tech that I have here is red card. Your opponent shuffles their hand into their deck and draws 3 cards. I think that this is really good once you see that they have like 4 cards in their hand plus, and you know that they've got first forms out and they're about to just slam and upgrade stuff. But sometimes it actually gives them a better hand than what they currently have. So it's a little bit of a lottery card. If you want something that's more consistent, you could decide to go with a second Sabrina over the red card. I'm completely fine with that, but I think it's fine the way that it is. Some considerations you could put in this deck are maybe just neutral cards like Kangaskhan for a Staller, or you can go with like a Farfetch just to get some basic attack at a decent price. It's only 1 energy to do that, but I think because we have so many pieces we have to roll out, being 1, 2, 3, and it just makes sense to just focus on what we're good at and just do the best that we can, because even if the combo doesn't end up happening at the end of the day, we could still win off Mewtwo depending on how well we can stall. So that's pretty much it. I got 5 games with live commentary for reference for you guys, and it's on, I guess, what would be considered the ranked ladder right now. You're playing against people that have agreed that they're familiar with these games, so I wanted to give you guys some fair gameplay that you might run into when playing this deck. So that's pretty much it. We'll get into the gameplay, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, we go first. Hopefully we're not playing a mirror match, but we could be. Then it's just down to a race of who can do it first, right? So Ralts down, I have 2 Professor Research in hand, so we can make sure we pull what we're looking for. Okay, we're playing against a metal deck of sort. It could just be a filler, but... decent. Come on now. Even better. Pretty good. I still have another tutor. What I don't enjoy about this full screen blown up version is that from a viewer perspective, it's hard to see what the cards do because the text is so small. Even for me playing it right now, I can see some of what I do, but it's going to require a lot of just clicking and looking. I'll do that when I think it's appropriate, but for now we're just throwing cards on the board, so... Come on, give me... I mean, that's cool and everything, but it's not really what I wanted. We just hold these because they're going to be important. If they swing a Dragonite on me, that's going to be bad. Just keep padding this. I'm not opposed to taking an X speed here and just pushing this back and actually getting some attack. Because I could just do 50-50, you know? Jeez, this Snorlax is kind of intense. You know what I should be doing, though? Is I should be taking Sabrina here, because then I can start working on this before they evolve it. Or we can make it so that we have to kill the Snorlax, because obviously 4 retreat and 4 fill is actually a big deal. I don't think the goal is to ever be attacking with Snorlax. It just feels like it's there to be a meat sponge, you know? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm afraid of here. Look at this. Okay, Ralts is great and everything, but not that amazing. First time playing against Dragonite. That's insane. Surely we just pump a Ralts up here. We take it back later. I don't think we're ever going to get what we're looking for. So next speed up. The problem is if this dies, then I've got nothing else set up, so we can't even attack with another one. They could just keep steamrolling us here. So I'm going to go and take this out. Whatever they play, we take a side drive plus a Giovanni. Jeez. It's not even an EX either, man. We do kill it. Because if it stayed one more turn, we'd be cooked. I'm going to save one. I'm going to start padding probably a backup one. Because I get one energy back from Gardevoir next turn, plus the one in bank to replenish this, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, this should just be a win unless I'm missing something. Maybe they don't think we have Gardevoir, so they're staying in. But I do. Oh, okay, they're thinking I can't finish it in one, so they want to hit me with the Ramdu 40 and try to just nudge it down that way. I enjoy when people don't think we're actually going to win, and then we can actually play our cards. But as soon as I do this, they're probably going to leave. Yeah, see? Okay, we go second in this one. Now I just need first form. This is actually not bad. And then once this one takes a beating, we can cycle it back. The issue is that Moltres is going to really skyrocket here. Inferno Dance puts a ton of energy out. I don't have any tutors either, so we're just left stacking. It's actually a bad first turn. Whenever I play against these types of decks that do coin flips, they always high roll, and then I rarely do. There was this one time I had Misty and I rolled 11 heads in a row, which was insane. Okay, this is all great and everything, but we just still don't have anything to set up, so I guess I put the pressure on here. Giovanni's not as necessary right now because we're not looking to finish a kill. Let's get a 1 for 3. There you go. There. Life's good. Now we just have to get this done as soon as possible. It's an EX, so I could see them wanting to cycle that back now and then put this one out. And then they're going to hit for 70 on the Heat Blast, but then I'm going to go and I'm going to take that out. Or they just think that that's enough. We can remove 60 now that I have the Giovanni, and I have a potion to make it a little bit better. No. That's my whole thing. That's so bad. Okay, here's the plot. This is still winnable. So, I take this, and I play Sabrina, and they bring out that fresh one, and then I have Giovanni next turn when they bring it back up. And we should win that way. Because I could just hit it for 60, unless they have a potion. That's the only way I can see it being a thing. I think it's too late for them to go Inferno Dance to try to pad up the Charmander for a Charizard play, but it's likely the deck that they have pulled together. So they just hit for 70. Yeah, so they don't think that we have the means of getting it done in one turn. So the second I play Giovanni is probably when they're going to leave. Okay, we got a good sport. Nice. So it wasn't pretty. This is what happens when you miss your cards. We got it done. This guy's username is literally the town I live in. Same name. Okay, I got Ralts and I have Mewtwo. Mewtwo goes stacked in front because we want to start using him early. And then Ralts in the back. This is perfect. And hopefully Pokeball can just give me second form and we can get lucky enough to pull off the combo, because I want to show you what's going on with this, man. Do we care about this? I don't know what they're playing yet. I'm not that experienced. Let's take Oak. Nice. Okay. There's hope. I'm going to take Pokeball here as well. Okay, we can get another one fired up in case they Sabrina and they kill the first one. That's fine by me. And I'm going to take another Pokeball just because I want to see what we've got here. Okay, look. Life is decent right now. I was shocked when I pulled the first one of these, and then I got a second one, and then I got a third one day. And I don't spend money on the game like that. So, if it's heads or tails I didn't see, this attack does nothing. If tails, okay. So they hit for 40. It's not the end of the world. I could just take a potion pad on that. It doesn't feel like a good red card spot, so let's just wait a second here. So they're looking to go Venusaur X, maybe? Yeah. They're warming up for it. So we gotta roll with tails here, man. Nice. Can't high roll it every single time. Okay, this is amazing and all, but come on. If I do a whole video and I don't get to pull off the Gardevoir once, you're gonna think it's bad. Do they ever retreat that, though? Okay, I think it's going to be my red card turn, depending. I just have a bad feeling that they drew into Ivysaur and Venusaur because they're padding this up now like crazy. Nice, okay. It puts us in a good spot that we only down 20 HP with that being removed. So I'm going to red card now before I forget. And I think I'm still in a decent enough spot that we can keep going on the same one. And then I have Reach Poison Powder, so your opponent's active Pokemon's now poisoned, so we have to retreat that at some point. So 80. I'm going to take a potion here. And I'm just not pulling what I want. Yeah, we gotta go for the 150 and kill it. Yeah, so we actually managed to hold them off even though we didn't get our combo. Alright, game 4. I've got lots of tutors and I've got final form, so I'm feeling decent about this one here. Nice. So Ralts comes down. I'm just looking for everything from this deck, man. Okay, I guess second 2 goes down. I seem to have pretty good luck pulling the Mewtwo's, but it's just getting the trio set up. That's the problem. That's why I like a lot of just first and second evolution things, because you don't have to set up that much. Look, we got third forms again, but that's it. So let's take Oak. There we go. This is actually going to be disgusting. Rapidash does a lot of damage though, like, all considering it's easy to set up, 40 turn, 100 HP. It's tanky. It's 2 energy. I guess they have nothing to play. This is actually good. It wouldn't really be red card worthy, you know? So check this out. Gardevoir puts energy 1 per turn essentially on the active Pokemon. And so then we can keep stacking like this, which is really cool. And I'm just going to take the potion because it makes sense to. And then now we just hit for 50. But then going forward, it's pretty much every single turn we can side drive. Which wouldn't make sense, obviously, if, you know, it's only 50 HP, but... What I might do, though, is pivot so that I'm putting one energy here and just the second one here using the sphere. Okay, yeah. See, they knew we had it set up, and obviously they didn't pull what they were looking for. Alright, we go second. So Mewtwo up front. It's pretty straightforward. You just need to have one basic in the front or attack to start the match. I guess they make it so that you always pull one. But if that's the only one you've got, you got to play it in the front. Now, we're actually weak to darkness. So they're going to be doing extra damage when they attack, which is not good. Almost makes you want to just push it back. It's retreat 1. I don't want them to hit for 40 on turn 1, essentially. So I'm just... I don't know what to do here. I guess I'm just going to pad it up. 40's not terrible. We heal the 20. Okay. I forgot about how broken Arbok can be if left unchecked. Let's take Oak here. I'm getting there, see? I just need first form. Nice, okay. They're probably going to red card me, though, as soon as I do all this, but we try. I leave it all for now, the way it is. They're definitely going to try to get this weak and then Arbok in front to keep it there because this orders that you can't like retreat, so then they can finish their kill. We have so many cards in our hand right now. Again, things are looking okay, so we just kill it. And then we get Gardevoir down next turn. We're at 4 next turn naturally, so we kill the next thing they play with the side drive, and then we just kill the last thing they play. They're going to be hitting for 60, so whatever they bring up is not going to be enough to kill it, so I can't really see how we'd lose. And the strategy doesn't even get messed up if they play Sabrina, because we just look, that's what they want from me, but this is fine. Actually, never mind, it's not fine at all. Because they kill it at 80, it's a weakness. No! Okay. Yeah, you got me, you got me. That's alright. It's a lot of effort building that up. And I don't think we're going to get another chance to. We take this out 100%. And so I'm sitting at 50 damage on whatever else they bring up. Okay, 60 doesn't do it. Even if we had Giovanni, it's not a big deal. Jeez, wheezing. Yeah, so we have to warm up. I'm still going to be playing my Psychic Sphere just in case they can heal. I want to make sure that it's not like crazy, but it doesn't really matter. Still a lot of points. Let's take a potion here. Maybe 2. Yeah, we take 2. So I don't see how this wouldn't survive long enough to get the 4th energy on it and then kill whatever's there. Again, I feel bad that I wasn't able to pull my combo off, but it wouldn't be fun if it was too easy. There we go.